Hello defense aspirant, welcome to YTH India. Today I am Sulakshana. We will be discussing about the structure, the 5 days, what all happens in 5 day in the SSB center. So the day one that I have already talked about in my previous video is about the screening day. The first day your documentation and everything is done. Then first day is the screening test. So first of all, you are given OIR. OIR test is conducted on the very first day, that is the screening day. Then OIR 1 and OIR 2, they are of 50 marks each, and for that you are given a very short time. It can be around 20 to 30 minutes for each test. So once your OIR 1 and OIR 2 is done, you will be given a short rest time. After that, the PPNDT, that is picture perception test, is conducted. So for that you will be given a time to relax for a few you can say hours, like half an hour or 1 hour, and then after the OIR you are given going to give your PPNDT. So in PPNDT test there is a picture perception and description test. For picture will be flashed and you will be given a sheet. So in that sheet there is a blank sheet and on the top left side of the sheet you will be given a small square box. So the picture will be very blurry, so you have to see whether there is a male in that picture or a female. If you cannot make out whether it's a male or a female, you can write person, and then you have to write the mood of the person, the male or female or the person, in that square box. Then you have to write the age of the male or female, and accordingly you have to write the story on it. The picture that will be shown, you have to write a story on it. So once you write a story, you have to give an intro, and then you have to give the intro, and then you have to show in your story that what is the action done by the hero or the heroine in your picture. So this is how a picture perception is done. Then after that, once you have written your story, now you are submitting your sheets. Now you are given a time to narrate your story. You will be allotted a group, as said by me in the previous videos also, that you will be given allotted a group, and now you have to narrate your story in the group. The board will be examining you while you will be narrating your story. So now you have to narrate your story in such a manner that the group in the end will choose one amongst themselves, and that shows your leadership quality and your ability to influence the group. So each and every round in SSB, you will have to show your OLQs, your officer like qualities, that how you can influence your group. And so once in the narration is done and your group it doesn't matter whether your group chooses you or not, it is completely fine. But if it is done, then it's really good. Then you will conclude the story after taking points of everybody in your the final conclude the story that you will conclude. So once this narration is also done, then the results are announced in the evening. So those who are able to make it, those who couldn't make it, they are screened out. They are screened out on the same day, and they are asked to leave from the center. And now those who are screened in, they will go for the further test. So now the day two is basically psychology test. Now we will talk about this in detail in upcoming videos. Now what happens in psychology test, that is day 2, that is there is a thematic appreciation test. So there will be 4 pictures shown to you, and you have to write a story on that. You don't have to narrate this time, you just have to write story on that. You will be given maybe 3 to 5 minutes for that, for writing story. Once the picture is flashed, then you have to write a story. Then again the second picture is flashed, you have to write a story, third, fourth, and so on. Then after this test is done, immediately you are given another test, that is VAT, word association test. Now for here you will be given a single word on the screen, and now you have to write a sentence related to that word. So while writing a sentence, there are things that need to be you have to be careful about it. So we'll talk about that in the upcoming videos. Now there will be words given to you, and a very short time, I would say like 10 to 12 seconds will be given for each word. Now comes the third test, that is SRT, Situation Reaction Test. These are all tests given to see the mental ability, basically to see all the OLQs, whether you have them or not, to analyze the what is the psychology of the person. Basically, these tests revolves around them only. So, situation reaction test, you will be given situations. These are written on a sheet, and you'll be given situations, and now you have to complete the situation while giving your reaction. So this is done. Then comes the fourth test, that is self description. This is not basically a test, it is you giving your description so that the psychologist can know you well. So in this self description, there will be a column, or you can say you have to write about yourself, what all qualities you have, what your parents think about you, what your colleagues, what your teachers, what your friends think about you. So self description is basically that. Now day 2 is done. Now comes day 3, which is a very exciting day, and this was my favorite. So day 3 and day 4, this is GTO, and in between day 3 and day 4, they can call you any time for the interview. Interview is the only process where there will be a one-to-one conversation with the interviewer, with the IO. So interview can take place any day between day 2, day 3, day 4. Okay, so we'll talk about in detail in interview what all happens in interview. Now what happens in day 3, that is GTO day. So GTO may you'll be given various tasks. The first day, the day 3, that is GTO day, there will be group discussion. You will be allotted groups, and there is a group of fresher, repeater. When I'm saying fresher means those who are appearing for the SSB for the very first time. When I say group of repeaters, those who are conferenced out earlier and they are again coming for the SSB. So there is they make separate groups. So those who are fresher, they are allotted a separate group, and those who are repeater, they are allotted a different group. So I got recommended in the very first attempt from 18 SSB Allahabad. So I was there in the fresher group because that was my very first moment to give the SSB. Now coming back to day 3 GTO, that is group discussion. So you will be given a topic, and now your group will be discussing on that, and you raise your points, your valid points for that. Now comes the second task, that is group planning exercise. This is to see the teamwork. Basically, group planning exercise is a very important, like you are given a model, and you have to actually you have to make out a solution, and then with the consent of the group, you will in the end conclude the solution. Now the third comes is PGT, progressive group task. These are some fatta balli will be given to you. These are group tasks, I mean ground task. So it's a group task, and it's done on the ground. So you will be given fatta balli, and you have to arrange them in such a manner that you can come across that. So now the fourth test is lecture rate. So lecture rate, it's again you have to perform it solo. In lecture rate, you will be given 4 topics, and you have to, the first 2 topics will be slightly difficult, and the last 2 will be slightly easy. So now you have to select any one. When I have given my lecture rate, that time it was South China Sea. The first 2 topics that I'm talking about is South China Sea. Then there was Indo-Pacific Ocean region. Then my classmate and my days in hostel. These were the topics. So I have chosen the South China Sea. Then comes day 4. Day 4 is again it's a GTO day. So the GTO is observing you for these 2 days. So he's analyzing, he's observing all the qualities, whether you possess those qualities, whether you're fit for the organization or not. So be very careful and apply all your efforts that you can. So now GTO day 4. GTO day 4, there will be a fun elements will be included in this day. There will be a snake race where you have to win the race with the help of the group, and then there will be a half group task that which is called HGT. Then there will be individual obstacle. There will be around 9 obstacles which you have to jump and crawl, and anyhow you have to come across, complete those obstacles. Then comes command task. Command task is basically you are the commanding officer in that, and you have to choose one subordinate. Anyone, you can choose anyone, whosoever you like in the SSB, or whosoever becomes your friend, or you think that he I mean, if you're a boy, then you will call your any of your friend. He will come and assist you, and if you're a female going for SSB, then she will come and assist you. So then comes FGT, that is final group task. It's a final group task, and you have to perform with the help of the group. You have to provide the solution with humbleness. I am saying again and again, don't get aggressive in any of the moment. Be humble and just give the solutions to your team. And then all tests are done, and then comes final the results day. If you are able to make it, then you are of course recommended, and if you are not, then you're conference out. So this is all about the structure of 5-day, what all goes in 5-day, what all tests take place in 5-day SSB. So if you want to know about my experience, how I got recommended in the very first attempt from 18 SSB Allahabad, then that will be coming soon in the upcoming video. Thank you so much.